Hello.
Rapid Rants, episode 36. We are one host down for right now. Blaze will be joining us later. We have some really crazy topics today. We're going to be talking about the fact that Casey Anthony is back online being a legal advocate. And what's crazy is these two hosts don't even know who Casey Anthony is. So I'm real excited to get into that and explain who she is and what she's done. It's absolutely wild. We got Gen Z girls don't want to shave their body hair anymore. Kids, we got all sorts of stuff. We're gonna start with: can a piece of art be worth $200 million?
Shit's getting weird. Per infinity. So I made a video yesterday talking about how there was this piece of artwork that sold for $200 million. And I was like, oh, they're definitely laundering money. And there's a bunch of like art people that are really into art, I guess. And they're telling me that I'm wrong. I don't know about art, etc., etc. Let me double down. There's no piece of art on the face of this earth worth $200 million. Zero. People don't have food. And you're telling me, you're trying to convince me that a piece of art is worth $200 million. I need you to go outside, take your shoes off, and dig your toes into the grass. I need you to touch grass. Stop writing me dissertations in the fucking comments and dissertations in my messages. I'm not reading them. I said what I said. Whether they're laundering money or not laundering money, it's still not worth $200 million.
200 million. Did he say what type of piece of art it was?
No, but doesn't matter. I think that's the point. Look, $200 million is like, it's an unimaginable amount of money. I can't even comprehend what $200 million is. Yeah. I don't care if Jesus Christ himself painted this painting. It is not worth $200 million. It's not going to make a big enough difference in your life. It's not, I mean, where is...
Okay, so I'm playing devil's advocate. A product is only worth what someone will pay. So if someone is willing to pay $200 million for this art, then that is what it's worth. Simple as that.
That's a good point. That is a very good point. But should it be? But also, that's the thing is like he is what he's talking about, like laundering money. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of like illegal things that happen in the art world. I mean, people, you can get loans off of owning this piece of art, like putting a piece of art up as collateral. So there's one guy I interviewed, Matt Cox, and he knows people who literally like have an appraiser in their pocket so that they can paint, on a canvas real quick. And then that, the appraiser, they give them $5,000 and the appraiser says it's worth $500,000. And they go to the bank and say, hey, I have this painting. This appraiser said it's worth $500,000. So can I get a $500,000 loan? And they say yes.
I love that. Sorry,
but that's the point in general. Like, why are people wasting money, so much money on stuff they think is worth it, right? So why do a pope need a private jet? Right? I had the discussion last time. Yeah. So I'm just like, okay, there's like, why they need a private jet? I mean, they can do first class business. Why they need their own private jet? Is it really necessary?
I mean, Taylor Swift is taking 6-minute flights in her private jet. So, I mean, like...
Come on now. So, I mean, they're making a lot of money. And then, like, of course, they spend money on certain things they like to have or they want to spend it on. But $200 million? Come on now. Like he said, there are so many other things that you can do with that money. But if in their own interest, okay, they would spend the money on shit.
If you're willing to spend $200 million on a piece of art, then that is probably just pennies to you with how much money you most likely have. Yeah. At the end of the day, I don't think any piece of art should be worth
Should be
that.
200 million.
But
Oh my God.
if the person who is willing to buy it, then that is what the product is worth. That's
Yeah, that's true.
Or is that what the appraiser was paid to say it was worth? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I can't imagine. And especially like, okay, so a private plane has a function. You know, like you travel on it. It gets you from point A to point B. This piece of art is, you probably don't even want it hanging on your wall because it's $200 million. So you probably have it tucked away, secured, packaged properly to keep it safe in some storage facility. And so now you got just 200 mil sitting in a damn storage room. Like, you know, if I'm a billionaire, if I'm Jeff Bezos and I'm going to spend 200 million on something, it's got to do something for me. It's got to make my life better in some way. And not just because I look over my wall and I see this obnoxious ass painting. But
that's the point. Like, if there's something for you, like if you're into art and you just like to look. Hey,
so on. You know your boy clean. You feel me?
We see
what we talk about.
$200
million art, bro.
Art, yeah.
Like, can a painting be worth $200 million?
And I said the product is only worth what someone is willing to pay for.
Exactly. I use this analogy for someone where I was like, you can have a canvas, pour paint on it, and let little babies crawl all over it. And then if Picasso signs his name under it, it's worth billions because people relate Picasso to someone who just has that timeless art, which I never understood. But remember, what was that thing that was like Bitcoin? It was NFTs.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? NFT, there were people doing stupid stuff, but for whatever reason, they got people to believe in the value of it, and it made it that price. So,
and the thing is, that piece of art may not hold the value of $200 million down the line.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, man. I can't see it. I just can't see it.
All I know is if somebody murdered me to steal a piece of art, that piece better be worth billions.
Bro, talk about Picasso, though. It blows my mind that he died in like the 70s. When I think of Pablo Picasso, I think this man lived in like 1700.
Yeah,
exactly.
This guy, he saw like 20 Super Bowls. Like, Picasso watched the Super Bowl. That's weird, bro. All right, Blaze, you in your car for the episode? Or you going in?
Say it again.
Are you in the car for the episode?
Oh, I'm here. Let's get it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, let's go.
So we gotta talk about Casey Anthony, right? And Blaze, I know you know who Casey Anthony is, right?
Yes.
Quishana and Leslie don't know.
Nope.
But okay, so I lived in.
Y'all even from Alabama. What?
I lived in Orlando when Casey Anthony was okay. So Quishana Leslie, Casey Anthony she's from Orlando. She had a kid named Cali. Cali died. They found her in the trunk of Casey's car.
Oh, okay.
It turned out that Casey Anthony had what she called Zanny the nanny, but what that was she would give her 2-3-year-old daughter Xanax, put her in the crib, and then go out to the club.
Holy shit!
All night long. When they found Kaylee, they found evidence of strangulation and chloroform. She used to chloroform this kid.
Oh my God.
The trial, it was national, it was international, it was huge.
Yes.
And it went on for probably a year, and she ended up getting being innocent. Like, they called her innocent.
Wait.
After all of that?
After all that, all the evidence, it was in her car, and oh God. Okay. I'm just going to keep going and then we'll talk about what she's doing now. But it's a crazy thing because she went to high school with my ex. Like, my ex was in her class.
Oh shit.
And she was always like a horrible person. We knew people that knew her also. She tried to sell one of her friends her car that Kaylee was found in days before she was found.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's really, really wild. So now she's back online as a legal advocate.
For those of you who don't know, my name is Casey Anthony. My daughter is Kaylee Anthony. My parents are George and Cindy Anthony. This is not about them. This is not in response to anything that they have said or done. That's not to say that I'm not going to respond at some point to some of the things that they have said and done. The whole point of this is for me to begin to reintroduce myself. I'm doing this both personally for me, but in a professional capacity. Moving forward, the majority of what you will see will be me speaking in a professional capacity.
That bitch, bro. The balls on that bitch infuriate me.
But like, how was she deemed innocent?
Yeah,
Like,
that was the same.
She had a
question
hell
that
of
I
a
would,
lawyer, and then also, P.S. she was sleeping with the lawyer the whole time. So I'm wondering if that's how she ended up going the legal advocate route. You know, like it's just
God.
Yeah, but even though if she has a good lawyer, okay, one side of the story, right? But the evidence was there. How can a lawyer, if the evidence is there, just get still, like at the end, called innocent?
Blaze, do you remember how she won that? I don't remember the details on
I
it.
don't remember how she won it, and I've been waiting for any type of evidence. Like at the time, once she was found innocent or whatever, was desperately waiting for someone to give us an explanation, some movie to be made that gave us a reason of why she was found innocent. And as far as I looked, and maybe I didn't look hard enough, but I haven't seen it. And according to that video, she's trying to start to give legal advice.
Yes.
That's insane. I mean, she obviously got away with something, so she might know what she's
She knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
Like,
What?
This is crazy.
She about to go represent Diddy. Hey, look, if he's smart,
you bad for this.
hey, his lawyer just quit on him. I didn't even know lawyers were able to quit.
out on him, man.
His lawyer was like, look, yo, his lawyer, the lawyer that quit, he represented Osama bin Laden.
Yes, he did.
In 2001.
Yep.
So if you went the distance with bin Laden, but won't go the distance with Diddy, that's crazy.
That's saying something, bro. Like that's proof of guilt right there.
Yeah.
That in itself, man.
It's like, we can't win this case. I'm just gonna leave.
And then when they asked him, like, so why are you backing out? And he's like, well, the attorney, the privilege, he can't, the confidentiality, he can't, like, I'm like, that's enough. That's more than enough.
We don't need to know why. All we need to know is that's it. That he's guilty. Done. But I mean, with Casey
But now,
Anthony,
like the question when we come back to this girl, like, why she be stepping back out not on the scene for what? Like
money. I mean, I'm sure some
like,
publicist got a hold of her and told her, like, look, I can get you famous. I can get you monetized on social media. People are gonna hate on you, but these are the steps you follow. But see, what drives me crazy about the Casey Anthony situation is that, I mean, people get canceled for saying the wrong sentence. One sentence. Everyone knows that she's guilty of murdering her daughter. Why is she being accepted? She's already got over 50,000 followers on TikTok, and she just got on there.
What?
There are people that hustle every day for years and don't hit 50K. Why is there so much support for a woman who clearly killed her daughter? How is that reality in 2025?
I don't know.
Now, would you
are they really supporting her?
Yeah.
I mean, Jeffrey Dahmer was getting fan mail, So,
yeah.
Like, but here's a question. What if she actually is innocent?
I don't believe that for 1 second, bro.
I don't see how, but what it's insane to me that she's all free and then no coverage on it at all. Like, and then with all the media, anytime she's brought up, it's always brought up as if she was found guilty and was never innocent. So people still refer to her as the person who did that to her kids. So it's crazy.
It is infuriating me. Like I was gonna have that topic first because I just had to get it off my chest and I was gonna move on. I'm angry about it, bro. I'm angry about it.
Yeah, but I didn't see it in the news over here, so she was not.
I don't understand how. Yeah, y'all just probably weren't paying attention to something. Is that?
Well,
It was so
no.
huge.
What I said was the only time I feel hip is when we are doing these episodes because it's with trending topics. I don't keep up with these things unless we're watching these videos.
Also, I mean, Leslie's way younger too. Like I was what 22, something like that when I was.
Yeah.
So
I feel that
like,
makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense because there was somebody who didn't know about the OJ case, and I'm like, what?
I know
if you're scared of a woman with natural body hair, her little boy.
Gen Z are ditching razors and keeping their body hair.
It doesn't matter what any man thinks of your body hair. You've been conditioned to believe women having hair is simply gross and manly. Brainwashing runs deep.
I'm not a man, and I do not agree with that at all. I don't care what a man thinks. Like, I'm a woman, and that is absolutely absurd. I feel weird after day 2 after shaving, and I get a little bit of stubble on my legs. What are you talking about? No, that's some.
But even men with hair, like, you know, under the armpits, this is unsexy too. I mean, you can trim it, but if you have like a bush, like, oh, come on. Oh shit! This is like when somebody
men having
like
armpit hair
is
is bad.
like, oh my god, I'm just.
I will say, for a while when I was younger, I did not like men with armpit hair, and then I got older. I was like, they're not kids. Like, come on, chill out. These are men. So, yeah, I felt
it
weird
should be
about
trimmed.
it. I mean, yeah, I guess.
Whoa. Nah, man.
I mean, no, that's fact.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Like I was gonna make a joke and pretend like, yeah, I can't even do it. Hell no. It's
that's ridiculous.
I have a story. When I was touring, I did a tour in Europe. During the week, we didn't perform during the week. It was like we performed Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then that week we were up there. It was like we just did stuff. So one of the days we rehearsed, there were these girls that we met in our area, the neighborhood we were in that we were renting out. They were from Spain. So we brought them to us to our rehearsal facility. In our minds, we got these girls, ha ha ha. So we were all playing pool. So one of my friends was like, dang, man, these hoes stink. That's what he kept saying. We're like, bro, chill out, dog. Dang, we know you don't like white girls. Calm down. He's like, no, I'm telling y'all. So when they were playing pool, they were like, yo, Blaze, show them the move. I'm like, oh, yeah, got you, bro. So you know how you get behind the girl to show them? So as soon as I pulled the arm back, all I saw was the hair, and the smell was so hot.
Oh.
It punched me in the nose. I was,
oh God.
It was so then the choreographer was like, yeah, so, you know, we're going to go, you know, hit the showers. You know, what about y'all? And it was like, oh, no, we don't have to. Sometimes we don't go weeks without showering. I was like,
no.
Yeah, bro.
See, in that video, I was waiting for her to mention something about the patriarchy. Like, I was waiting for it.
Well, okay. Look, do you, right? If you don't want to shave, if you and that's cool. And if you find a partner that doesn't mind it, even cooler for you. Congrats, guys. I'm happy for you. But don't get online and say that people are wrong for not being attracted to this. Like, it's, I don't know, it's
exactly.
It's not attractive. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. It's not attractive. It's a bit much. Like, no, your underarms, your legs, like, no.
Especially in a world that we have normalized manscaping. Like, that was not a thing back in the 90s. If you said that you trimmed your ball hairs in the 90s, bro, like people called you the G word. But that's normal. Like, it's, body hair is not the worst thing to keep in check, and like, I see what you're saying about, like, if my armpit hair was like, like I could like cornrow it.
Exactly.
I'd probably trim it, but
then that's a problem.
It's not like that. Yeah. Like,
yeah, but that's like our personal preference, right? We shouldn't, like, if somebody have blue hair, pink hair, we don't judge them either. Right. So
for sure,
it should be up to them. But when it starts like smelling in you, and in fact, the people around you, okay, then it's a no-go.
Exactly. Like, look, we're not going to judge you for not shaving, so don't judge us for thinking you're disgusting.
I was definitely judging. That's fine.
Oh, you're so discriminating.
I'll die on this hill. I'm good with it.
I'm sticking by it.
but we had a shift a while ago where you took over all grocery shopping.
Why you so looking like that?
And I remember you being like very shocked in what that all entailed.
It seems so simple.
Like, oh, I just got to buy groceries. But like, what was all the background stuff that you
Dude.
didn't realize needed to be done?
What's hard for me, there are things you need weekly. You need your snacks, you need your meal stuff, but then you have your toiletries, which you may not need every week. It might be every other week or once a month. Then you have your things like your toilet paper and your paper towels and stuff. And it's just stuff falling through the cracks because if it's not every week and you got to keep track of it, like in the back of your mind, oh, I need dishwasher pods. I need paper towels. I need more diaper wipes, and just keeping track of that. And then it seems like I order groceries and we got tons of food, weeks worth of meals and stuff. And then before I know it, I got to order groceries again. And it seems like I just did it 2 days ago.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like that running inventory in the back of your head. You have to be on alert. You know, when you're in the bathroom brushing teeth, noticing how much toothpaste you have left.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of mental work going on all the time.
So I wanted to talk about this because, like, for me in my house, right? My lady does the grocery orders. She has that handled. She's asked like I've offered to do it before, but then I think about the details of it, and I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it because I'm gonna mess it up. She's really good at it. She has like, you know, like they're talking about like the mental inventory. Like when she goes around the house and sees things, she somehow like stores it in a little folder in her brain to where
they're freaking machines, bro.
Exactly. Like I don't have that ability. I really don't. I might notice it and remember it, but forget it in an hour. You know, like I don't know what's like Blaze. How in your house, like who handles the groceries?
She handles the groceries. What's crazy is like it's gotten to the point to where in the beginning we'll have the food list. We'll know. After a while, she kind of got programmed. All right, I know what he gets. So before you know it, knock on the door and Walmart just dropped off a bunch of food. You know what I'm saying? So she definitely handles it. And the time that she doesn't, like, and I'm like, all right, for whatever reason, I got to step up and do it. My mind is, and I don't know why that is. It sucks, but it's true. It's like we got to put forth some type of effort, and I don't know if it's just us. You know, we could just be. I don't know, but it's crazy.
I absolutely hate grocery shopping. Absolutely hate it.
No, I like it.
No, fuck that. I
No.
don't do
You
it.
only buy for yourself though, Quashana.
That's
right?
true. Yeah. Buying for another person,
Yeah.
that's a whole other baggage.
But I'm a buyer. Like every time I go somewhere, and I'm just like, okay, even for my neighbors, like I know, like, oh, she said something like she would like to have something like that. If I'm in the store, I see it on sale, I just buy it. Like even if I know, okay, this person or even my friends, oh, she likes this type of stuff, and I'm just buying something that's on sale, I'm gonna buy it. I just bring everything.
Right. You have
I
that
stack up,
list.
like in case the war, you know, will break out. I'm just like, okay, I'm good. But
Point
I learned
proven.
that from my mom.
Exactly.
Like she always stacked everything up. Everything when someone was calling like upstairs, like my grand cousin, she was like, oh, do you have this or that? And my mom was like, yeah, could just come down. It was like a second grocery store, so I'm used to stack everything up. I'm just like, okay, I took like the last package of noodles, or I just only got one left. I'm gonna stack that shit back up. I just do it everything. Oh, this is on sale. Okay, I got everything in order.
Yeah, you live by yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why.
Like
I've never in my life bought
better
something
job.
for a friend at a grocery store. Never.
No.
Never. Oh, y'all so bad.
Yeah.
I have a
Oh, I do
17-year-old
this.
17-year-old teenager that lives in this house, and she has a bottomless pit for a stomach.
Ty does a much better job about going grocery shopping, and he's only done it a handful of times. He's good with finding the deals, finding the best bang for your buck. But I don't like it because I've been getting in this mood of wanting to try new recipes, but it's out of my comfort zone. So I have to go to different aisles and figure out where the stuff is. And then other people don't know where the stuff is. And I'm like, it's just panko. Can you tell me where the panko breadcrumbs are? And
okay,
that bothers me.
But I think that's the difference. The Walmarts over there, like Sprouts, the stores are so huge. So if you forgot something, you have to run all the way back
Yes.
And be like,
Like
shit,
the
I
employees
forgot
don't know a
something.
damn
Oh.
thing, bro. Like I call it
No.
getting Walmarted. I think there's a game that employees play that when you go and ask for something, they tell you the wrong aisle. And just to why they like watch you on the security camera go to the spot and then ask someone else and they give you the wrong aisle and you go to the other spot and you're like, you know what, I'm just gonna connect to the
But
Wi-Fi
it's
and look it up
written
on
on
damn app.
top of the thing.
That doesn't always help.
It says like cereals, cans, fruits.
Yeah, no, it's not specific enough.
No.
All right, last topic.
Oh my god.
So family influencers are now fleeing California after a new law went into effect requiring them to set a trust fund for their kids. Over the years, it's become a trend among many family channels to splurge all their money on their expensive lifestyle, leaving nothing behind for their kids. And in return, California noticed this trend and the law went into effect as of January, ensuring that any kid who's featured in content has 65% of their earnings deposited into a trust until they grow up. But instead of complying, numerous family creators like the LeBron family have packed up and left for states like Tennessee, where no such regulations exist and there's no state income tax to cut into their profits.
Oh wow. Or they might come to Alabama. Let's see.
Quishana hit me with the Alabama. Fuck.
It was crazy.
I like the idea, but I don't think it should be mandated.
Yeah, it should be.
Well,
It should be a law.
I think it should be mandated, but I think 65% is heavy. I think, like this is a lot of income and you are spending it and you have to spend some of it on, your vacation and stuff that you're going to post about, that you're going to monetize, you're going to make money off of that and everything. But I mean, there have been laws set for child actors, because there were so many child actors who made millions and millions of dollars. When they turned 18, there was nothing left. So if you're going to use your kids in your content to make money, yes, I fully believe that you should be required to put some away in some savings account or even just a tuition fund, something like that. You can't just exploit your kids and not have anything.
Exactly.
But it shouldn't be set by law. It shouldn't. It should be, on their own basis to decide what to do.
Well, it's been on their own basis, and what they've done on their own majority of the time is forget the kid. So,
but that's the thing. 65%, like you were saying, is absolutely absurd. Like,
that's crazy.
20 rule: 50% goes to bills, 30% goes to wants, 20% goes to savings. 65%
is heavy.
Insane.
They're gonna be like, I wonder why we're not getting a lot of kid content. Because we ain't paying the 65.
Not now anymore. Unless you move.
Like we talked about this. My lady and I talked about this a few weeks ago. Because like I do think it's wrong to have your kids, but like we're cat people, right? And we have
we
have more cats than I'll admit publicly. But we got this new kitten recently, and we started a cat TikTok. And it's going really well. Like that is an easy content thing to grow. Like it's people love watching cats and stuff. And it's it's a weird feeling because we'll eventually monetize off of this. But I'm not doing.
Yeah, would you like to make some plans for your cat?
That's what I'm saying.
Stop that!
Give them like cat health insurance.
The cat's got to earn their keep, bro.
Facts.
You feel me? This litter don't pay for itself, cat. the lint rollers y'all from Alabama, y'all probably like lint all over everything, but it's like, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like food got to be bought. Exploit them damn cats.
And we'll get sponsored from like cat toy companies and stuff, so they have like the most badass toys. Like it's in their benefit too.
And all the catnip they could want.
You need cat voiceovers? I'm your man.
You know what, bro? I might take you up on that. That's a good idea.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's crazy. 65% is insane.
You could invest that money into the health insurance for pets. I don't know if you have it over there. We got it in Germany.
Yeah,
we do.
You can get it. Yeah.
65% is insane. If they get 30 at the most, and then I think that's cool. But
No,
mandated it should be. I think
California, bro.
But since when they had this law coming up? At what?
Since January. But California is crazy. Like for 2 years now, you know that if you're in California and you have a kid that says that they want to identify as another gender, if you don't agree, they legally can take the kid and give it to another family who does accept it.
Wow.
Gotta love
Yeah.
Crazy states.
Okay. I'm glad you said that at the end because I don't want to talk anymore about that. Let's run Koshana's question.
All right, my question. Do you think if your opposite approached you only for physical attraction and just wanted to get some, right? That their intention might change after they met you? If yes, after how many times? And if not, why?
Ooh.
Like, can people's intentions change once if they're just looking for something physical?
Yeah, if they just want to just hit, and then they'd be like,
I
"You do think like it's?"
Yeah, I think they can definitely. Like, let's just say you want to hook up, but then you guys spend a little more time together. You think that they're a cool person, you can vibe with them. Then maybe you want to explore more.
I mean, you met your husband on Tinder, so I think that kind of proves it.
No, I already told you. The first night we met, we talked from 7 p.m. to morning, had a kiss goodbye, devoured a pizza, 12-pack of beer, and 2 blunts. Chill.
Yeah, but what was the
sound like the long game to me?
But then the intention was to meet up and just to chill and have a conversation and chill. But you directly said, okay, if we're going to meet.
No, not at all. It just so happened to be that way because his friend asked like if he could come over. So we all just kind of hung out, talked. But I know
on the first Tinder date,
it wasn't really, I mean, it's not I don't constitute it as a date. It was just meeting each other up and chilling. I know me, I wasn't going to do that. I just wanted to get to know him. But obviously as a man who met someone on Tinder and you're coming over to their house, they're going to want to hook up.
I thought that was the expectation on Tinder. Like I was never on Tinder, so I don't know. I thought that, like, if you link with somebody.
Dates. Like I've been on genuine dates with people on it. Like for me, it wasn't. There was other people that I've hooked up with when I saw that there was no potential. But with other people that I engaged with, I was like, oh, you guys are really cool. Like, let's see what happens.
Okay, but do you think his intention was 100? Like he wanted to?
Oh, from his past, damn straight. Like I know damn well. Okay. From his past, that's all he wanted. All he wanted.
Okay, now I want to hear like the male perspective.
Well, I mean, I think you could argue that every relationship starts from a physical sexual attraction and it morphs into something else. Like that's, I don't believe in love at first sight, but lust at first sight. When you look at somebody, like I really hope I like you, bro. Like I hope you got a personality because I like looking at you. You know what I mean? So I think that's where a lot of, if not all, relationships start, and then it always morphs into more if it's going to.
Yeah, to have had my fair share of the dating world and knowing a bunch of people who had the most attractive of partners and they turn out to be freaking nut jobs.
Yep.
Like I've been able to grow to a place to where looks aren't the end all be all, but it's always the start. No matter how much you try not to, like if God was like, we're going to give you the choice to choose the person that you want and what they look like, you're clearly going to get someone that's on a scale of 1 to 10, a freaking 15. You're going to, so it just, definitely it starts that way.
What do you think, Koshana?
I think it could be both sides. On the one hand, you can meet someone who is like really attractive, but as soon as they start talking, you go like, oh, hell no. Like he might be good for just only one thing or something, but nothing more, right? But you also have like people that you're attracted to, like there's something about them that you meet up and you link and connect, and then you just have like more interest in getting to know that person even more, right? I mean, there must be something about that person in general that you even consider meeting with that person. Like there must be something. It must be not a 10. It could be like a 5 or 6 or 8 or whatsoever, but there's something that you are attracted to. And I think, of course, if you get to know a person on a personal level, you can change and say, oh, this person is really cool. I would like to get to know him better, right? So
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, my question is somewhat.
Say it.
Okay, my question is, do you think people can truly change? Why or why not?
Yes, I believe people can truly change. Why? A bunch of reasons. Why? From personal experience, I've known people who I felt like needed straight up exorcisms to change, and to see them in the light that they are now is like, it just took maturity, you know. So I've seen that. I've also seen people from experience be a certain way, had some life altering situation, and then had a, you know, a different perspective. And then obviously, you know, I'm spiritual or whatnot, so I've seen people who have turned their life and became more spiritual and, you know, realize the error of their ways. So I definitely believe it's possible.
I mean, I absolutely believe it's possible for some people. And then I also think there are some people that, you know, in the bottom of your heart will never change. You know, like I'm just my ex, for example, bro. Like I did everything I could to show her the flaws of her ways, and what, you know, I tried to help. She wouldn't
Yeah.
take the help. And now that we've been separated for 4 years, bro, she has not changed, and it has just gotten worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
You know, like, and she did it to herself.
For the
Like,
work.
she refused to change. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe everyone can change, just some people
Exactly.
refuse to. I think that's
Exactly.
where I stand on it.
Pride is one hell of a demon, boy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, they really need to change, you know, have the willing to change on their own. If they really say, okay, I need to change, I need to do that for myself, I think that is possible. But if it's like a character trait, they always carried the whole life and they always went this way in this type of, you know, character in way they do and do people, I think they cannot change because it's a way of personality they have. They might can try to suppress it or something, but I think at the end they are who they are. So if they are not willing to change anything and change their ways and think about and reflect on their own, like, okay, what can I change to make it better, or my communication with other people or how I treat people. If you're such selfish and such and, you know, have these type of character traits, I think no.
Yeah, I agree that people are, like, I always say that God don't make mistakes with how he makes someone. You know, it just, once you realize, you get a good life serving of who you are, how people react to you, and you're like, all right, if I want people to be more likable to me, I know that I have to control this. So you can be someone who has that intuition to know if someone's lying or to know if someone's being phony, but it's on you to be like, all right, let me not say what I want to say, and you just have to, you know, it is what it is, because if not, you're gonna have the bad experiences. So yeah, I feel like it's the action. You're gonna, like the character said in the beginning, you're going to have to want to make the choice to change. Like, it's possible, but you know,
yeah,
you
but I
gotta
think
want
it's
it.
also a lack of, you know, self-reflection. Like if people cannot really reflect themselves, their behavior and how it affects other people, and then they don't see the need for a change, right? So, or they be telling themselves, oh, I'm always the victim, I'm always a good person, so I don't really, they always the victim, so
I know people like
that's a point.
What do you think, Leslie? 20 seconds.
I would say people can change. Like some of you guys were saying, that it could be because of something happened to them in their life, potentially being influenced by someone else. But that self-reflection and awareness is needed to decide if you're going to move forward and change.
Damn, she's good. I was hoping that it got to like 10 before he asked you, so I could be like, well, so good.
Blaze.
Yes, sir. All right, so I found out that there is this app out called Bumble BFF. And, you know, because Bumble is a dating site, but they have Bumble BFF for a friend site. So guys could, you know, can get on there to, if they wanted to, just find other dudes to hang out with that weren't gay, vice versa with girls. I found out about this because my mom's coworker has like a few friends now, and that's where she met them at. They schedule like hangout times and stuff like that. So my question to you guys, would you ever use this site to find like a site like this to find friends?
Hell yes. Hell yes.
Yeah, you only have one.
Bro, especially once you pass your 30s, once you're in your 30s, beyond. Yeah, I no, straight up, that was funny. I understand, but I accept it. I need a friend. I don't have any. I can't find any. And that's why I would want to use this app. Like, first of all, yes, I'm in Alabama. Okay. There's not a lot of people I can relate to here. So if there was an app where I could like screen people's interests, you know, like if I could just, you know, say, let's tell the app, like if, you know, if you're into like pickup trucks and guns, just don't show me that profile. You know what I mean? But like, no, I think that's genius. I think that's amazing. I'm all about that. Like I'm gonna go right now. I'm downloading. See you
guys. Okay, so I feel like part of me would try to use it, but I'm a creature of habit, and I've had instances where I have met people that I thought would become friends and it dies out very quickly. My same group of friends is since I came to Columbus over 8 years. The thought of branching out to meet new people, that I'm like, because then we might hit it off and then we may not, like that.
And then like, where do they fit in with your other friends?
Exactly.
That friend group.
Yeah. I wouldn't use it for that.
Yeah, but I feel like with you having a good group of friends, it will be pointless to use it because you got friends.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, not like caricature.
Yeah, it's over here with 0 friends. Like,
it's crazy. The most likable of everybody.
Right?
Weird.
Thanks, guys.
What about you, Kashana?
If I would be in need of friends, I think, why not? I think it's a cool idea, but I would be also skeptical because I bet there are a lot of weirdos on there as well, right?
I mean,
but even right now, you said like, oh, in your 30s, blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to say, when you're in the middle of everything, you got a job, you have this, I have so many friends I barely make up time for. So right now I'm just like trying to manage only at the weekends, you know, to see them. So I don't even get to manage to see all of them. Sometimes I don't see my friends for like 2-3 months, and then we just meet up. And so I'm not really in need. My friend always tells me, you and your 1,000 friends. Like, you know, but in case I would not have any friends and I should feel like, oh, I should do something, get out, have some drinks, meet up new people, I think, of course, why not?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you can also use it, of course, over the regular social media. If you link with someone who's in your city, be like, hey, what about having some drinks? So.
Yeah. I'm on. Like, I'm like both of you, where I have a crap load of friends and acquaintances and everything, so there's no need. But I definitely thought it was genius.
It's a brilliant concept.
It is. It's a great concept. I looked at of course, I looked at a bunch of review things online, because I definitely next week was gonna be like, this needs to be a topic. But I was like, oh, it'll be a good question of the week. So, like, I seen the majority of people with great experiences, but then I've seen a few where a guy was like, a lot of times, if he met 10 people, 8 of them will end up somewhere along the line, be like, all right, well, just to let you know I'm gay. And he's like, nah. So, you know, they try, you know.
Yeah, and like, it's also, I think it's for people like, all right, so if you go through a divorce, right? A lot of times when you're in a relationship, when you're married, all of your friendships are built around that relationship. Like my lady, all of her friends before she was divorced were the wives of her husband's friends. And but then like she got divorced, she moved here, and they all just stopped talking. You know what I mean? So things happen and big life changes. You lose friends a lot. So I think this is a great way to like start over if and when that happens.
Agreed.
I'm gonna say, like, if I was living closer, I would always meet up with y'all. Y'all cool.
Oh, of course. Yeah, you would be my drinking buddy for real.
Okay.
All right. What's an absolutely ridiculous thing that you believed as a child?
Okay. So when I was younger and I would watch movies, if an actor died in the movie and I saw them in another movie, I thought they came back to life. So for the longest time, I thought if I die, I'll come back to life. Oh. My mom had to tell me, she was like, Leslie, it's not real at all.
Yo.
At what age?
this was when I lived in Brooklyn, so I think about 6 or 7.
It's a really good thing you didn't put that to the test.
I know, because I would tell her, how did they come back to life? Yeah.
Wow.
That's funny. That's really funny. If y'all need a minute to think, I got one. Okay. So
okay, go ahead.
When I was a kid, we went to Luray Caverns as a family. It's a set of caverns in Maryland or whatever. And on our way, we're driving and my dad threw a banana peel out the window. And he tells us that's going to be disintegrated by the time we drive back because we're by the caverns and the air is different. That was crazy. So we're on our way home and we passed some spot and he was like, "Do you guys see the banana peel was gone? It's disintegrated." It was until I was like 25 years old that I thought about that story and realized he was completely bullshitting. It was not true at all. But I literally spent like the next 20 years of my life thinking that the air around caverns disintegrated things quicker than the rest of the
air.
So, you know the step on a crack, break your mother's back? Maybe at 11 years old, I found out that wasn't true. But still to this day, if I'm conscious of it, I will not step on a crack because of how strongly I believed it back then. I remember one time I thought I may have stepped on it, but I wasn't sure, and I was crying and I just couldn't wait to hear from my mom to realize that she was good.
I'm sorry.
Do you not split the pole?
I still don't do that shit either. What do they call that? OCD? I think I have it, bro. Ain't no splitting the poles. You feel me? And ain't no stepping on cracks.
Rashana?
No, wait. I just remember, Kevin Home Alone, right? With the basement. Yeah.
Yep.
So I thought like I don't know if it was my mom or my grandma. They said like, yeah, if you do it bad, you go in the basement. And I thought like, okay, the scenario, go into the basement and see, the flames coming out. That was like the worst punishment ever. So I really believe like, okay, I shouldn't do bad anyway. Anyways, otherwise I have to go to the basement and I have it. So yeah, we don't even got no fireplace in the basement. But well, back then I really thought.
Hey Leslie, hey, can I get some love? Hey guys, don't mind me. I just want kisses. Hey guys. Hey.
My aunt had a basement when I was a kid, and like I really don't know if it was as scary as I remember it, but the way I remember it was like all concrete, and it was filled with the most terrifying dolls you'll ever see, and it was always dark. Like there was one light bulb that didn't light the whole room, and that, like I said, this might be completely made up in my own head, but the way I remember it, it was like Jigsaw's basement. Like
yeah, that's the same. I was so scared going to the basement of, I think it was my aunt's place. They had he was hunting, so he had like stiff dead animals all over the place in the basement.
Oh shit!
So, like birds and oh my god! And then they told me like, yeah, can you go grab something? Oh my
hell
god.
No!
Hell no!
You ever been to the Disney World? They have that haunted house where if you look in the mirror, there are the spirits behind you.
No.
So I'm in the Disney World. I was probably 7, and for the longest, maybe until I was like 13, I thought Disney World was haunted. I was like, I just couldn't wrap around my mind that was possible.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
Crazy.
All right, y'all. Dope episode 36 of Rapid Rants. Thank you to everybody watching. Please watch, subscribe, hit the bell, do all the things we want you to do. You can catch us every single Friday, 3 p.m. EST on
the most prestigious network in the land, the Signature Series Network.